Hello ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Bringing you guys a duel over here. But before I get into that, I have to say this. This was actually a full match. This was actually supposed to be a full match. It wasn't. And the reason why was I actually won. This is actually game one. I win. I'm happy with my win. I feel good. I feel blessed. So we go into siding. We go into the siding screen. And it wasn't even maybe 2 seconds into the siding screen. The siding screen just closed, and then it said, "You lose," and then it showed my name, surrendered. I was just like, I didn't surrender. There's no surrender button on the siding screen. I don't understand. There was nothing. I know there's a surrender button after when you reach 5 turns in a duel. That's the only time I ever see it. But other than that, I don't see it. There isn't one. So I don't understand how I surrendered. Maybe that is this way of saying, oh hey, our server just crapped out, we apologize, but we're going to make you feel bad because, in actuality, you may want to have surrendered after winning, so we just kind of did it for you. And then, it could have just been me. I could have ended up disconnecting. Who knows? I could have just disconnected. But I checked my internet connection right at that time, and my connection was fine, unless I just lost it for a millisecond, and that equated to a loss, which wouldn't bother me, but it actually records. I know it's just online, but it actually records, and it just looks really ugly on a record. And I have about 22 disconnects like that. 22 disconnects. I never rage quit. Those losses go under the rage quit / disconnect section. I never ever rage quit. Even if I'm losing terribly, I will wait for you to finish me off. No matter what. I'll never close the game, whatever. I'll wait until you finish me off. That's what I always do. That's why I promise anyone that I will always wait. But in this case, I got disconnected a bunch of times, or I ended up quote unquote surrendering, and I ended up getting 22. 22! How's that happen? Anyways, here I'm up against QSX_Acnologia, whatever your name is, man. He's playing Chaos, just straight up Chaos, and I'm playing Dark World. Why am I playing Dark World? Because I like to sack sometimes. And you know what else I hate? Prophecy. You know what I can play in this? Eradicator. You know what happens? I Eradicator, I call spells, I laugh. That's what happens. So let's just, let's hop right into this. So I open up with a Dark Hole, Snow, Compulse, Brow, Sangan, which would have been alright of a hand, but I have no freaking discard outlets. Sangan could possibly lead to one, but I have to wait until it dies. And my opponent has Raikou, Sangan, Gores, Dark Armed, and BLS. Ha. My throat is just gone now. So he draws into a tour guide, just to add more stuff to his hand. That's just pretty damn good. So he just sets the Raikou. Had I not been afraid, I should have just attacked with my Sangan, but whatever. But then again, he may not have popped my Sangan. If that was the case, he might have just actually went tour guide into Leviathan, blah blah, and then just used BLS just to banish it or something. I don't know, God. There's just so much things you could have possibly done. So I just ended up double setting. I set the Compulse and I set my Sangan. Had I known that was a Raikou, because the minute he flips it over, I'm just like, oh, he's hitting my back row. He's hitting my back row. There's no goddamn way that he's going to hit my monster. He's going to hit my back row. So what does he draw? He draws into a Raikou, and then he sets it. And then he flips over the other Raikou, and he hits my Compulse like a jerk. So at this point, I'm really just contemplating, should I chain it? Should I not chain it? Should I chain it? Should I not chain it? I ended up just chaining it on the newly set monster of his. So back to the hand, Raikou. And obviously he's not going to do anything else. But with Raikou, he ends up milling Thunder King, Solar Recharge, and Honest. So, bleh. Next player's turn. It's my turn. Ugh. And then I draw into Torrential, which is equally buh. Buh, I want some discard outlets. Give me the gates. Give me the gates. Give me Dark World. Give me the one Dark World dealing that I play. Give me Drag Down. Give me something. Something. So I just flip over Sangan. Because, you know, no fear walking into this 200 thing. Would he even honest that to begin with? Even if he still had the honest? Like, the honest is staring at me, so I know my Sangan's not going to die. So, I don't know. I don't know. So I set the torrential, just in case he does something stupid, so that way I can just go, oh, torrential, and then I'll get a Sangan search, and he'll have, like, nothing. But in actuality, he still has everything. So, I don't know where you want to go. And on top of that, he has drop power now. Let's go. Let's go. So he goes a lore, and he draws into a Tor bus, and a Thunder King gets rid of his Sangan, goes Tor Guide, and then he uses Tor Guide's effect to get Tor Bus. So he special summons Tor Bus. At this point, I'm just like, should I torrential? Should I not torrential? Should I wait for him to XYZ? What if he XYZs into Zen mains? If he goes for Zen mains, do I want to torrential then? And that kind of scared me, but I didn't think it through, because if I thought it through, if he went for Zen mains, I would have gladly went, oh, okay, torrential. And then, sure, I might have taken like a 1500 damage or something like that, but he would have one less material, and he'd have to pop something. And I don't have anything on my field after that. So he'll have to either pop his Zen mains, losing another material, or if he happened to do something else with another monster on the field, like some Chaos monster, that's what he would have to pop. But I didn't think through, so I ended up getting scared, and I threw a torrential here. And I'm still happy that I got a Sangan search, and I finally get some discard outlet, but it's not good enough for me, you know? But he does use his Torbus's effect to return Honest back to the deck, which is funny because you'll see it soon that Honest does not do anything for him. Because why? It gets back in the grave, trust me. So there's my Trance Archfiend. I can start doing stuff now. And I still have Dark Hole, so I'm pretty good, all things considered. I can't handle like huge waves of monsters. The only thing that's gonna make the Dark Hole kind of stupid is if he has a way to OTK me. Because then I won't have another turn just to wipe his monsters out. So yeah, he goes BLS. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? BLS, yay, woo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Main phase 2. End phase. My turn. Let's do some stuff. Let's do some stuff. On to draw phase. I draw into another Grapha. You know, just in case I wasn't satisfied with just one. So I throw down Trance Archfiend. I'm just like, God, no Veiler. God, nothing. Nothing to stop me. Nothing to stop me. Just let it happen. So I go Snow. I drop Snow. I use Snow's effect. I get the gates. Then we get things rolling. I throw down the gates. Banish the Snow. Drop the Grapha. Pop. Draw. Amazing. Good thing about banishing the Snow here is Trance Archfiend, obviously, because if it dies anyway, as long as it just gets destroyed and gets sent to the graveyard, you can activate its effect, get back Snow, and do some wonderful things with life. So I end up attacking for 2300. So I'm just thinking, oh, okay, everything's good, and no, he drops the Gores. He has to drop the Gores. There's no possible way that he cannot drop the Gores. Now, unfortunately for me, he has a boost. Gores has a boost. And on top of that, his token stays at 2300, while I will lose Trance Archfiend's boost at the end. So Trance Archfiend is going to be incredibly weaker. But I can't have that. So I got scared again, so I just threw down a Dark Hole. So that gets rid of all that, basically. And now I use Trance Archfiend's effect, I get back Snow, we do some wonderful things with our lives. And yeah, pretty much. Woo! And then I just end. What are you going to do? Can't do anything. And what does he draw into? He draws into a Solar Recharge at this point in time. And that is how, ladies and gentlemen, this person loses their Honest again. Huh! That was a lot of talking. Jeez. So Solar Recharge, get rid of that Raikou, because obviously you don't want to set, right? You just chill. And then of course Trag Lila, and he loses another Thunder King and a Honest. So he summons Thunder King, doesn't do anything with it though, just, you know, just sits on it, whatever, just ends. I'm content with that, I'm content. what I do here is I draw into a card destruction, which I hardly ever draw this. Like, I hardly ever draw card destruction, ever, which is really annoying, but when you draw it, like, you feel so compelled to play it, no matter what. So I gotta play it, especially because I've never been in a position where I have all Dark World monsters plus card destruction. The only downside is the way the chains happen, I'm not gonna get Snow's effect. I'm not going to get Snow's effect because Snow will be chain link forward in all of this, and by then Thunder King is still up on the field. So unfortunately, that's the only thing that I can't activate. I can draw one from Brow, I can hop with Grapha, I can special summon with Beige, but I cannot use Snow's ability. That's my only problem. But on the bright side, by doing this, I get rid of the Trag, so that's something that I don't have to deal with, and literally my opponent has virtually nothing in their hand. So I feel good. I feel good, bro. I don't know how good I feel, I just feel good. And then Brow turns out to be 3, so it's Beige 1, Grapha 2, Brow 3, Snow 4, because Snow is 4, Thunder King's still up, I can't do anything, and then he chains DD Crow to Snow, targeting my Grapha in the grave, unfortunately. So we banish the Grapha. There goes Snow's ability. Draw from Brow. Here comes Grapha's, and then special summon Beige. So all I need to do is just 4,900 damage. 4,900, simple. So I bounce back Beige, and I get Grapha. So that's 3,000. All I need to do is 1,900 more. All I have to do is just summon the Beige. But I'm just like, you know what? I'm having too much fun. Let's just keep going. So I draw into a Heavy, and he draws into a Chaos Sorcerer. He still has nothing. I still have game. So right now, I have game on board. But no, let's keep going. Monster Reborn. Guess what I'm gonna reborn? Haha, your bitch. That's what I'm gonna reborn. So I take your BLS. I don't need to. I freaking have game on board, but I'm going. I'm going places. So here we go. And yeah, the replay ends here because they ended up surrendering. And then we went into siding. And then what happened? Apparently I surrendered. Wow. Wow. Anyways, guys, that is Chaos up against Dark World. See you guys soon. Maybe with the deck profile on my Dark World. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm having fun with some Dark Worlds in my life. Alright, bye everyone.